All right, hey guys, OFD checking in here on a Friday, and man, I'm thankful to get to take a look at this TUDOR Black Bay here on the channel. This watch is on loan from Chris Marshall over at Marshall Time, loaned this watch into the channel. Chris, thank you so much for letting me check out your pride and joy here. This is an absolutely beautiful watch. Guys, what we have here is the TUDOR Black Bay 41 millimeter, the black dial version, obviously on the leather strap with the deployant clasp. An absolutely beautiful, beautiful watch from TUDOR. I'll leave links down below where you guys can check these out at the TUDOR website, as well as where they have them on Amazon available, believe it or not. Guys, like I said, this is the 41 millimeter case from side to side, not including, of course, the crown on the watch. You're looking at 50 millimeters from lug tip to lug tip. Comes in at a hefty 15, basically 14.8 millimeters of thickness from the bottom of the watch to the top of that sapphire crystal. And you have 22 millimeter lug openings on this watch. This watch has that beautiful smooth sweep, that second hand, because of the in-house movement on this watch. This watch is running the caliber MT5602. This is a certified chronometer movement here, high beat movement, and an absolutely beautiful and well done piece. Has 70 hours of power reserve is what you get from this watch. So truly one of those watches that you can set down for 2.5 days, 3 days, and not really worry about it. The watch is going to keep time. That's really a really nice feature on the watch. These are a no-date model on these watches. Very simple, clean functionality on the watch. You can see the classic TUDOR snowflake hand there on the hour hand, and a clean, simple baton minute hand on this watch. Nice snowflake style tip on that, glowing tip on that second hand as it sweeps around there on that clean minute track. Get a little closer so you guys can see this gilt dial on this watch. Very, very clean and beautifully done. These applied indices, as you can see, all the way around. It's really tough to show the absolute brilliance of it, but really everything is done so spectacular on this watch as far as these indices. And if you can just look at the polishing on the edge of the indices, the edge of the hands, pretty much everything on the watch is just perfect. I really don't have a problem with anything, I see here on the watch. So the polishing on the case is also really impressive because most of it is a satin brush finish, but as you can see, this very, very clean beveled edge that carries all the way around underneath this coin edge bezel here on the watch and all the way along the lugs there. Very nicely done. There's something just clean and sharp also to me about the lug design on this watch. It's very sleek. It comes down nice and sharp and tight. A lot of watches have a chunkier lug design, which can look good on a diver's watch, but there's just something very clean. Now, from the side, it's just the opposite. This was what I've heard a lot of people refer to as the big block case style because it is so thick and chunky from the side. But I do think that the way these lugs come down and tighten up from the top side of the watch, it really cleans it up and makes it sexy looking. Taking a look at the crown on the watch, you have the beautiful Tudor rose there on the crown of the watch. Beautifully done, and it gives you another view of that polishing on the side of the case, which is very, very clean and well done. Go ahead and look at the deployant clasp on the watch. This is a signed clasp with TUDOR here. You can go ahead and pop it up here, open that up, and then undo your clasp here. And go ahead and pull that out. Take a look at the hardware. Beautifully done TUDOR hardware there. You have your steel inox, of course, stainless steel there. I mean, check out the polishing work. You know you're into a high-class watch when the polishing and just the cleanness of everything done on this watch is so well done. Simple and clean case back from TUDOR. There's really, really nothing fancy going on here. As you can see, the serial numbers on the watch there at the lug positions. Just kind of let you know a little bit about it. It's a TUDOR manufacturer. This is the in-house movement. Gives you the caliber number there on the back. Don't worry, Chris, I didn't peel the sticker off or anything. But this is an absolutely stunning watch. Now, these guys, they are an expensive watch. I think retail price at the TUDOR website is about $3,400 for this watch on the leather strap. If you do want to move up into the stainless steel bracelet, it's going to set you back another few $100s. Now, having from experience not purchased a luxury style watch, or not luxury, entry-level luxury watch on the stainless, I would suggest buying stainless. Now, the one thing is, though, is I've heard a lot of complaints about the stainless steel, the riveted bracelets that they're putting out on these watches. I have no experience, so I can't really complain about it. But I think for the few $100s extra, it's much better than trying to chase one of those bracelets down in the future. So I wanted to show you guys another just absolutely wonderful feature on this watch. Now, there's a 120 click bezel, but it's got some of the best bezel quality that I've ever experienced. Now, it's hard to tell from those clicks what I'm talking about, but there's a suppleness but sturdiness in the bezel action on this watch. Chris actually has my Breitling Super Ocean right now, and those have the captive bezel, so it's actually screwed onto the watch. You have to use a screwdriver to get it off as far as undoing the screws. So it has a very toolish feel. This feels super strong and tough, diver capable, but it just has this silkiness to it that is really, really beautiful. Love the red accent up there at the bezel, on the bezel for the pip. Nice pip on this watch. Let me show you guys there. A little close-up of the bezel, the pip there on the bezel with that red accent, and a little close-up of the coin edge of the bezel. You can see the finishing on this bezel insert, which I do believe is just an aluminum bezel insert, nothing too fancy going on there. But it is, you can really feel the quality in the watch. Like I said, around $3,400 for the watch at the Tudor site. I do think you can get them for around $27 from Amazon, so I'll leave links below where you guys can check those out. That's $2,700 US, 2,700 US, which I know for a lot of people is a gasp and a choke. And that is a lot of money. I'm not saying it's not, but for the price of some of these watches, it's really entry-level luxury, and you are truly getting a top-notch watch here. So let me go ahead and pause this, and we'll get this watch on my 7-inch wrist, and then we'll go out with that traditional loom shot here on the OFD channel. Okay, so this 41mm case on my 7-inch wrist, those beautiful lugs. Like I said from the top, look how, even though it's that big block case that from the side has a chunkiness, a toughness, a manliness, why did I say that? But it just has a really toolish feel from the top. Those lugs get really, really sexy. I love the way it looks. Love the open crown, no crown guard on this watch. Very traditional, classic diver styling there. Beautiful, beautiful watch. Let's go ahead and dim the lights and go out with the traditional loom shot here on OFD channel. All right, so there you go, guys. It is a Tudor, and she definitely has a lot of loom on it. So go ahead and hit it again with the light there, just to show you. Pretty impressive loom, really. I mean, that's actually super bright. So good job from Tudor. Guys, beautiful watch here. Chris, thank you again for loaning this watch into the channel. I love looking at watches like this. Absolutely beautiful. Stunning piece. You did well, my friend. So, guys, if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up down there at the bottom. And if you've not subscribed to the OFD channel yet, please do. Please do. Thanks, guys.